Did this ever happen with you that you wanted to close your office work on time, but you got to spend a couple more hours after that? It generally happens when we do not focus on our time, meaning the task management, and another is the attention management, the focus management. So here I'm going to share you with some tips so that you could able to use in your day-to-day work so that you could save more time. So it is not about you spend more time at work so that people may think that hey, this is hardworking individual, but what's the point in spending more time when you are not happy with your productivity, right? So it's all about how you allocate your attention in specific time so that you can spend the required time at work. At the same time, you can close your work and go back home and sleep peacefully. So there is no point that you struggle a lot thinking that spending more time at work will going to give you more results. No, it is not, because you are focusing, you are giving your attention in the same way that how you give to your 8 hours work or to your 12 hours work. So let's focus on first time management. So how you as a recruiter, how you as an individual focus on your time management so that you can get the best out of it. The one thing is identify what are the primary tasks that you are doing in every day and how much time that you're allocating. Here, which are repeated tasks and which are productive tasks, right? Now here I'm going to talk about recruiters as well as for bench sales. So let's talk about recruiters first. So as a recruiter, where are the things which are productive? Which are the things which tasks are productive? Productive tasks are that we follow up with with candidates. Productive are that we follow up with the client, we follow up with our previous submissions. At the same time, spend more time over the call with the candidate so that we could close the candidate better. So these are the tasks where we need most of our time and attention so that it is going to translate into productivity. If we do not spend enough time in this follow up, talking to the people, follow up with the candidates, follow up with the management, and reapproaching to this candidate, and so many things which are going to result into productivity, and we spend more time in drafting email, understanding requirement and sourcing, then what is that going to happen is most of our attention will go into the general work, and when it times comes for us to spend more time which is required, we will not able to spend more time there. So first thing, you as a recruiter need to minimize your time on understanding a requirement. So if you focus better on your technical skills and understanding the roles and job responsibilities, or we say about the chronology, or we say about the hierarchy of the roles, if you understand it better, then you just need to take 5 to 10 minutes with understanding what client really looking for and what are the tools required, what the responsibility, and what are the additional things what the client is looking for. If you identify these four things within very short period of time, within 5 minutes, spending 10 minutes, 10 minutes would be okay, because we need to read the requirement from top to the bottom, not just control F recruiter. So once you spend better time in understanding the requirement, then you can easily build your Boolean. Now, let's say Boolean and understand a requirement, this both takes 30 minutes. Then you go to sourcing, it goes 30 minutes. Then you spend most of your time in talking to the people, closing those people, right? This is how you need to focus on your time management. So when I'm talk, when what I, another thing I was talking about is focus management, right? Attention management. I'll come to that at the end. So let's talk about bench sales now. You as a bench sales recruiter, what is that required for you to do? Let's say if I have to send hot list, I have to apply to the jobs, I have to find the jobs. So that is the one part of the work. Another part of the work is how I can build my network and connection. So while doing my day-to-day tasks, I need to focus more on building network and doing the business development. So if you do not keep your time for business development in every day, you will be exhausting, you will be completing, you will be finishing all your 9-10 hours whatever you spend in doing this monotonous work only. So focus on what are the things that you can automate in the sense you can schedule. If you are posting in LinkedIn, if you're posting in other apps, so you can schedule it if it has with a scheduling apps, or if you're posting your hot list in LinkedIn, you can schedule it with daily 3 times, 5 times, whatever it is, because it has that feature. Now if you want to send your mass emails, you can even schedule your emails, right? Once you do schedule it for the day, then you don't have to touch that again. Now what is that you got to be doing? So you are actively now searching for the jobs and you are applying. If you spend half of the day, let's say 3/4 of the day, 6 hours if you have done on your applying things, spend 2 to 3 hours in building relationship, building network, and doing the business development part. So if you do not do both the things step by step together, then what is that going to happen is, one period of time you will have more submissions, and when there is no submission in certain days, you will be overwhelmed, you will get stressed that how I'm not going to get submissions and whom I need to reach, and then you will feel worry that, oh my god, I do not have any contacts and I do not have any vendor contacts, and why vendors are not replying, so on and so forth. So either you have today submission or not, either you have submission, make sure that you maintain your network by finding new contacts and building relationship every day. So if you focus on scheduling, if you focus on managing your tasks into which are monotonous, which are productive, allocating time according to that, according to the way you can do it, now that will help you to take your career to the next level. So this is about task management, right? Now then is attention management. Attention management is something very important, that is that on which way that you are focusing to the things that you want. Most of the time people focus on the things they don't want. They think of the things they don't want. Now what is that going to happen? Most of the same things repeated. I think I might get a zero submission. I don't want to get a zero submission. I don't want zero placement months. I don't want this candidate gets rejected. These sort of thought processes goes in mind. So these are things that we don't want, but still we think about it. So what is that you got to do? You got to change your thought process and think about the things that you want. Meaning you want submissions to happen. So think about that. Today I'm going to have 2 submissions. Today I'm going to have 3 submissions. I want this candidate to be interviewed. I want the client should release the offer letter. So do not ever spend your time thinking about the things which you don't want, because the more you think about that, the more focus it gets allocated to those things, and wherever there is a focus goes, energy flows. Now what is that you are doing is, you are intentionally with your focus, you are flowing the energy to the things that you don't want in your life, but you don't know that. Without realizing it, you attract more and more of the things which you really don't want. So what is that you got to do? So as you understood that wherever our focus goes, the energy flows and result shows. So why don't we focus on the things that we want? And anything that you want to happen, focus on the things and think about it, so that your focus will drive, flow the energy to the part and shows the results from there. All right, this is one of the secrets how I make more and more placements without thinking how is the market, what is the result is going to be, because that is not under my control. What is that in my control is my focus and attention and my thoughts. So I redirect everything to the things that I want in my life, and that's what gets energy. And with that, most of the things whatever I get is related to my wants and my desires. All right, I hope this video is helpful for you. So what is the conclusion here? Focus on your task management, attention management, and your thoughts to get more and more productivity. All right. Thank you so very much for watching. This is Suman Pachigulla on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters. I love you guys and keep watching.